I guess it's like the feelings that I get when I walk into a building or into a room. But I have to say that for the most part, unless there's something that I see is blatantly, wrong functionally with the room or the building that I'm walking into, I'm probably not going to notice it. Now, I'll notice a nice looking building, like the Guggenheim Museum or something, or Grand Central Station. If there's something about that building, it's like, wow, that's kind of nice. But I'm still just going to walk through the door and,
Architecture to me is the way that a designer configures spaces for the benefits of society. Well, as a kid, I wanted to be an architect because to me, buildings are always interesting. I always wonder about how things were made. But now, the reason why I be an architect as a fifth-year student is because, in New Jersey, there's so many things that are standardized. So it's for me, it's the question of how I can change, how things are made. How can I be different from anybody else, and how the fact that I'm different could help society. The design process is painful, it's cruel, it's foggy, it's ugly, because you have all these ideas and you need to get at a certain point in your project. But at the end of the day, if you just work things out, these ideas are just going to float in your brain and eventually they're going to collide, and that I think is what gets to the completion of a project. What frustrates me, I guess, a little bit about studio, it's not really a frustration, but it's always nice to have a professor that has the same mentality that you have, because that way you can kind of collaborate, and it's easier to collaborate, to make progress in your design, and to have a successful project. But I also think that if you have a professor that thinks different than you, and that influences you to think in a different way, and that's what we're in school, to think different and to experiment and to research. At this point, big Richard Ingalls. I think that he's a very young guy that has it's where I aspire to be hopefully one day. He's very young. He has achieved a lot of things for architecture in the world. The way that his projects deal with people and the fact that they're just so different to me is inspiring. And the idea that these projects are not only a contribution to society, but they're also influential to future architects like me. I look at his work, and to me, it's something that hopefully I will see myself doing, because it's what drives change.